Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. By the skin of my teeth, wow, two close calls with Moderna. Let's unleash your trading instinct. Some interesting trades, a couple lessons learned on Friday and this morning. I definitely want to share that with you. So if you like day trading, or if you just like Moderna stock, or you want to learn more about how to trade, this video is for you. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is just my perception, me explaining my trading strategy, and it's all for obviously entertainment purposes. So before I do that, let's take a look at my previous video where I took that live trade, and then let's see how that developed and how we manage our risk, and that's all part of our frameworks and guidelines. You can take a look at my previous videos. I explain that quite often, but we're not going to do that in this video. We're just going to take a look, and then we'll be back. There we go. We have MRNA on the docket, and we have a live trade going on right now. So we like to buy at this area here, which is the closing price, or like even here would be is an area that we would also be buying at, but we decided to buy at 383, and we're looking for a 1% move, which is $4 at 387. That's where we're going to pull profits, and that's roughly around here. So that was the live trade setup, and we said that if it would close below our support, we would just exit. So let's take a look at how that how the day ended for that particular trade, and how the trade setup developed today. So there you have it, MRNA on the docket, and let's take a look at the trade that we did. And I just moved these lines here for today, but this was here, and we took a short position here at 383, and like we said in that video, if we close below this line on an hourly basis, we would just cut our loss. And look, we risked $1, so we risked $30 on this particular trade. So waiting for that hourly close definitely works in your favor. It helps you manage your risk, and you'll see that in a moment here when I explain the trade that we did today and how we manage the risk. If you use a stop loss, sometimes you'll just get stopped out without wanting to be stopped out. So that was a good day, and we saw this. We knew there was going to be a continuation. This is your bear flag pattern, and look, we continued. We just gapped down, which created a really good buying opportunity. But that's not part of this strategy. What we like to do is short this area here. 380 between here. This would have been the short area, would have been 380. What we did this morning, though, we saw, so sometimes there's a lot of weakness and you don't completely fill the gap. So we came really close here, and then we took the trade here at 375. And you could potentially put a stop loss in your system here, right? To exit the trade here, because you don't want to risk more. But you can see this was a late afternoon or late morning pivot where we reversed. So we always leave a little bit of powder on the side in case we want to short again to cost average, especially if there's some conviction behind our trade idea. Sometimes the market goes a little farther than you expect, so you need to be ready to anticipate that. And oops, this is exactly what we did here. So when it was at 385, it came up hard and fast, right? So you're looking at $20 move. So we knew that it was going to give some back. We were confident on that, so we shorted again at 385, and then that gave us an average of 380, which is basically where we would have entered if we would have, looked to short the fill of this gap. So we would have looked at this area here to short somewhere around there, and we did. We pulled back. We were a little nervous. We sold at 378. When it came back down here, like 378, we just got out. It was $2 a share, so we made $120. That was it, because we shorted 30 and then 30 again. $2 times 60 is 120. Plus commissions, we're looking at, I think, like $110 for profit. But that's why I like to wait for hourly close, because if we flip to this chart, look at this hourly close. It came back down to 378. That's where the hourly close is. And we could potentially be trading lower for the rest of the day. But that's why I like Moderna. There's a lot of volatility. So sometimes if you don't get perfect entry, and you have the right strategy, the right levels, right? So this 385 here, you can see this, it was previous support at 388, 385, and now it was resistance. It kind of flipped. Because we knew that, we took the short, quick $2. Not the best trade, but it worked. So, if you want to learn the fundamentals of this gap trading and short selling, it is on my Patreon. Feel free to join that. We'll do live calls on there on a weekly basis, and we'll also, give you the documentation, a step-by-step process on how to do that. And comment below in the comments, because I always respond to them. We can have a quick conversation there about where you're trading and where you're thinking that the Moderna is going, price targets, etc. So again, thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something. See you tomorrow.